Alright, to wrap the top part here, I've decided I'm going to just go ahead and wrap the K-bind, or the back stringers anyway, with just a piece of monocoat. Okay, so the first thing I did was just set this over the top of the back of the stringers, and I want to kind of get it even on both sides, but I'm going to take a longer piece, and the first thing I did was go ahead and tack this edge as close to the top as possible where I feel that it's going to have a good bite. So that's what I'm doing here now. And I just want to make sure that this is going to stick well when I go to stretch it and shrink it. And not sure how it's going to come out. Some monocoats work better than other monocoats. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Some hide seams better than other ones. But anyway, the next step is to come over to this side. And you just want to first put it down. You want to make it tight, but not so tight that there's wrinkles or bubbles in it, because we're going to want the heat to shrink it right down to it without really putting too much strain on it. So now I'm going to come to this side. And then I'm just going to cut a slit here, close to the top, and I'm going to cut a slit here, close to the top, which I already did. I just wanted to show you. So now I got two slits in there as a guide. I'm going to unfold it and take a straight edge, and I'm just going to cut that to be a nice straight edge, hopefully a nice straight edge. And I don't even need to go that far with it perfect, because it's going to stop just past the back of the tail here, back of the stringer, but I'm going to get somewhat close to where I want it to be. You don't want to short yourself, or you'll be cutting up a whole new piece. So I'll start at the slit back here, and I'm just going to, I guess I'm not going to freehand it there because there's nothing holding it. And of course I've got it done. I'm sorry for my dull blades, but you can see why a sharp blade is very important. I didn't realize this one was so dull at the moment. There we go. Cut that off. And now I'm going to go ahead and seal this edge just like I did the other one. Oops, I got a good bite here. I think I do. It's going to be close, that's for sure. So, just going to wrap it around and start sticking the edge. Remember, you just want to keep it somewhat snug. Don't over tighten it, because then you'll just build your own wrinkles into it. I want the heat to shrink it down. So there, now I've got my edge. And I can take a knife and trim whatever I want to later. You don't want to trim into the wood too much with a knife, because you can cut the wood and weaken it. So a good way to cut monocoat is actually with a pair of or a soldering iron tip, something like that. Alright, now we're going to see what kind of heat this will do. I'm barely going to touch this thing and just let it kind of hopefully shrink itself without too many wrinkles. I'm just going to let the heat do all the way. Like I said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to try and distribute the heat evenly throughout the whole process. And maybe I'll touch the top of the center. That'll give it a nice place to stick to, so it'll pull the sides without trying to pull too many sides. I'm going to work the whole thing all at once. That's it. Just going to give it a light heat all the way around until it starts pulling out all those. That'll be good. And I can just go ahead and lightly get inside to the webbing of the stringers and let the iron start melting them, but I don't want to pull the stringers. Just want it to be nice. Let the heat do all the work. I don't care how long it takes. How many times I got to go over it. It'll work. But that's the basic gist of it. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing right here. Stop the video and show you the ending result. Okay, just finishing it up here. As you can see, it's starting to look real nice. So that piece worked just like that, fine. But I just want to show you a couple of the techniques I was using. Very lightly, just taking the iron heel and just going straight up and letting the heat pull out the wrinkles. So I've been working it for a little while, which is why I wanted to stop filming, because since I'm sitting there watching it happen. I guess it's kind of cool to watch it happen, but you don't need to sit there for 7 minutes watching it happen. And like I said, just hit a wrinkle spot here and there, go back, go somewhere else, come back. As you can see, that's how the other side came out, same way. Then I'll just lightly put the heat in front of it and let it try and shrink it up without even touching it. And that'll take those little tiny wrinkles out of there.